All right, guys, welcome to the Media Hijack Podcast. I'm your host, Billy Walters, and joining me is Chris Unholy Jesus. Yeah.
What up, family? Welcome back.
Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Media Hijack. This is episode 243. Before we get started, if you guys want to get some official Media Hijack t-shirts, head over to the MediaHijackT-shirts.com. And then also, if you guys want to watch the replay for this live Twitch video, you can catch it on the following day. We're live here on Twitch every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Then also, audio listeners, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, give us that 5-star frog splash. All right, let's go. All right, main topic for the night. We're going to be talking about Malaysia Hidden Elf Realm, which is an interesting story that I saw a few days ago. Some Malaysian people were talking about these elves in these other realms that's in the jungle where you can't see like the realm. But if you are chosen to see, or if you're spiritually awakened, you can see part of these realms in the jungle out there. And this is like the whole folklore out there in Malaysia or in Indonesia. It's big out there. Like they got a name for them. They call them Orang Bunian, which is spelled Orangbunin. I guess you pronounce it Orang Bunian.
Yeah, that sounds like some old world stuff. That sound old.
Yeah, these folklores, they tied down to like, I don't know, maybe thousands of years ago, because stories that's been spoken through generations. Right. And especially like places like Malaysia or like remote locations like in the jungles of Malaysia, you would hear these stories passed down from generations about, oh, there's these people that live in the jungle, but you can't really see them. But like, if you can see them, it's like in a spiritual realm.
Right.
And you would have to be chosen or something. Your third eye had to be wide open for you to even like see a realm like this.
Man, I wonder if those people on these islands, like, that really don't leave it at all. And what do they like say of the outside world? Like, what do they think of us? It's like, if they have like fears of like, you know, other mysterious tribes exist in their world. What do they think about the outside world? Like, how do they gotta think we dangerous as shit. They probably think we crazy as hell.
Because maybe like their elders, like they know about like their outside world, but let's say like they do have like a big population and the main population didn't know what's outside of their realm, which is our realm, like the more denser realm.
Right.
So I wonder, like, they're probably going through the same thing. Like, I wonder what it's like on the other side. And they only heard stories like, oh, you go on the other side, they get these like these jungle people. They're like super tan, you know, they eat fried chicken. You know, they're like, you know, they're like animalistic. Like, you know,
they're like they watch people move on screen like with magic.
Yeah, it's crazy. They talk on these devices. They're like talking to nobody. Like, who are they talking to?
To God? Like, what are they?
Yeah, so I think every realm probably questioned that, you know?
Right.
Because like what's like beyond our realm, like as far as like space, right?
Yeah.
How far did we really travel outside that bubble? All right, so what if I told you like your child, he vanished from the jungle for several days and then he returned saying that he lived with elves in a hidden realm. And then he said one of the elves wanted to get married with him. Like, what would you think if that happened to your child? Like on a hike and he went missing.
I'd be like, was it Michael Jackson?
Did Michael Jackson take you, big dog?
Did the elf look like Michael Jackson?
Stu Jersey was good.
Hey, what's up, Stu? I'm like, is the elf Michael Jackson, son? We need to know, please. I don't know. I'll be like, damn, I want to be like, yo, you tripping, kid. Let's get some help. Let's figure out, let's get to the bottom of this.
Because this kid, right, he went missing for 7 days. And they did a whole, they like ran through that whole area. Like they did grid style searching for him missing.
Right. For
7 days, they couldn't find him. They're like, damn, like this motherfucker is hide and seek champion, or he got kidnapped and he got killed somewhere. But they didn't find him until after 7 days, and then he showed up. And then this is where he told his whole story about what happened.
So did the elves like drop him off, or just like he just escaped, or?
Yep, I'm gonna tell you.
Ooh, let's get it.
All right, so the Orang Bunian, these are the elf people, right? They're known as supernatural beings in Malaysia and Indonesian folklore. They look human, but more perfect, I guess more perfect. And they said they're like almost like glowing. They say they live in a hidden village that exists side by side with our world, but humans, they usually cannot see them unless they are chosen, like I told you guys earlier. So their realm is believed to overlap with the forest, the mountain, the rivers, and the old village. So like a realm, like within our realm, it's like overlapping like our realm, but they still exist there, you know? Like they're still living, thriving. They have their own civilization. It's just we cannot see it.
Yeah.
And they can travel between the human world and their own realm at their own will. They are known for inviting or taking humans who wander off too deep into the forest, especially children or people who seem spiritually sensitive. So in this case, like they got that kid, I forgot what his name was, but he was like a teenager, and they took his ass while he was just walking in the woods. Stu says, maybe your kid is linked and found Princess Zelda. Yeah, this is like the Princess Zelda lore right here.
That's it. The origin story.
Yeah, so like this young boy, he was playing near the edge of a jungle of a Malaysian village. He walks off for a moment, and then simply he just vanishes, disappears off the map. Parents are looking for him like, hey, where the hell are you? So they had they had a search team. They combed the whole jungle. There's no footprints, no torn clothing, no trail, no nothing. Like this kid just straight up just vanished. And if you're living like in Malaysia with your family, like you running away for no particular reason, that's like super red flag. And it doesn't make sense. So there's only like two things. Like you got kidnapped and they killed you, or you probably died somewhere and nobody just found your body.
All right. 'Cause I'm pretty sure like the police did like an investigation or whatever, or somebody. I'm not sure what time period this is, but whatever. But I'm pretty sure they was checked out that the parents had nothing to do with the kid being missing. So it was like your kid gone. Like it is.
He gone.
He fell through a hole in reality. And
Orang Bunian got his ass. Because, I mean, everybody knows about this story over there about, like, the elf realm and how, like, hey, be careful if you go to the woods. Make sure you're with somebody because you might get snatched up by, you know, one of the elf realm people.
Buddy system.
Yeah, get that buddy system up in there, you know? So then, like, later, like, after 7 days that passed, he appeared at the edge of the village. Like, it looked like he was normal. It looked like he was fed and everything. Like, he didn't look like he was hungry, but his clothes was probably, like, torn a little. There is, like, video footage of him, like, when they found him in the whatever, that jungle. And it was like, he looks kind of too calm, you know, to be missing for 7 days. It's like, what is his story? Because there's no sign of injury or hunger. He wasn't dehydrated or exhausted. He looked normal, you know? So that's when, like, the adults, they bombarded him with all these questions. And they're like, hey, what happened? Tell us what happened. So this is where, like, this is where he told his story. And then he ended up, like, he was on, like, some TV shows. I don't know if it was a talk show or something out in Malaysia, telling his whole story about what happened. But he said that when he was in the woods, right, he said he was approached by 4 females. And one of them was, like, a doctor. And, like, the other 3 was, like, normal elf looking. Like, they had the sharp ears and everything. They said they look perfect, right? He said, like, they don't have that, what you call that line that goes down your nose to your mouth that connects your mouth?
Right there.
Yeah, it starts with an F. I don't know what it's called. Something like a filament or some shit like that, right?
Well, I didn't even know that was a name.
Yeah, there's a name for that little line that goes down from the center of your nose that touch your lip. He said they don't have that. Yeah, that little line. And then, like, people who are born, like, without it, they said that maybe, like, your mom was drinking alcohol when you were in the womb. That's why some kids, they come out without that little line on their nose.
Oh, it's like a cut or whatever, maybe?
No, like you know that line that goes down from the top to the bottom?
Yeah, it's all smoothed out.
Yeah, they look like a filter. I know it starts with F. I just don't know the word. Yeah. But he said they don't have that. Like, none of them have that. It's like, it's all smooth. Like, their upper lip is, like, smooth. There's no line that attached their nose.
Damn.
And he said they were wearing, like, a white robe. It's all nice and white and clean. They're like, holy shit. He's like, where am I? So, like, the boy, he followed them. Like, he said he wasn't scared, but he followed them. And then they showed him, like, their whole civilization and everything. He was like, holy shit. It's like, where am I? Because it doesn't look like the same jungle. Like, he saw, like, a whole civilization. Sable says the filtrum. I think that's the word. Cause I said it starts with an F, but I think it starts with a P.
Yeah, you said something like a filter or something.
Yeah, yeah,
That
like
sounds
that,
cool.
that's what I said, like a
Yeah,
filter.
that was
Yeah, like a
close.
filter and shit. Yeah,
You did good.
yeah. So he described walking through the trees, and then he felt like everything felt softer, lighter, like the colors were brighter. It was more richer. He said the whole sunlight changed. So like he knew he crossed over into like a different realm because he felt like he was
Yeah.
like this village does not exist like in his physical village. So he knew he was somewhere else. So he was like, oh shit. Like I'm in this elf realm, dude, in this jungle. And then he's probably like freaking out and everything. Cause like one of the reasons why he was freaking out because one of the girls, right? One of the elf girls like liked him and shit.
Uh-oh.
And he was just a kid, like a teenager kid. And then she was trying to make moves on him. She asked to marry him. And then he was like, no, I just want to get back to my family. Cause he is a kid. Like,
Chill.
yeah,
Chill.
yeah.
Chill. I'm only 8.
Like, yeah, like
Come
he's just, I was like, I'm just a kid, man. Like, he's more worried that his family don't know where his at. So he's like, I'm not going to marry you. Like, but then like,
on.
he said the elf girl, she kept persisting. Like she asked him many times, like, "Hey, if you marry me, like you're never gonna be sick no more. You're gonna live like a lavish lifestyle out here, and then you're gonna be accepted into their civilization and be accepted as like one of their people."
She trying to push up on him, and he like, girl, I got like a pop quiz tomorrow. What are you
Yeah,
doing?
he was like, no,
I got homework tonight, man. Let go.
It's like, do you know who I am on the other side?
The kid was like, I got time for this.
Yeah, he was like, no, he's like, I'm an alpha male. I'm not gonna take this marriage proposal from some random elf. And she probably
Save
looked
him.
good too, dude. Like, come
Probably
on.
tall as hell, man. She an elf. She's probably tall.
Yeah, because he described them looking perfect. I'm like, what is perfect?
Yeah, right. I wanna, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I wanna know what perfect is.
Sable said, I would have done it. Stu says, like when Martin went to that place in Black Knight. Oh, that movie.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There's yeah. Yo, it's like, yo, I'm about to clap me an elf. It's like,
Yeah.
some
So
elf
like
cheeks.
this hidden village in the Malaysian jungle, right? He said this place had wooden houses, but they looked more refined than the human homes. He says the people were beautiful, polite, and silent when they moved, so you couldn't hear them when they were walking. They're like so
Oh,
fucking perfect. Like, I can't even hear your footsteps. You know, that's so nice. They wore white robes. He said they gave him food that tasted sweet and soft, like fruits he had never eaten before. They communicate in soft voices and gestures, like everything. He said everything seemed like perfect out there, but the only thing that was like really different was the time. He said the time worked different, like in that realm, because he said it only felt like he was there for a few days, but in reality, like on the outside world, he said he said 7 days has passed, like since he went missing.
oh yeah, that's right. That's right. So
Yeah.
he's like, damn, I was only here for like a little bit, but in the real
Yeah.
world,
He says he didn't stay there for that long. But here's one crazy thing about it. I don't know. This is just his story. He said like what they did over there every single day. He said mainly they read the Quran every day.
oh shit.
I was like, whoa. I was like, okay, they got like they use this. They have like the same religion out there. I was like, that's kind of crazy, right?
don't tell that to no Christian church, man. They might find these elves and kill them.
Yeah,
Shit might blow them
dude.
up.
And that like when I heard that, right? I was like, damn, that's crazy.
Oh no.
But when I heard that, I heard this one story about this man, this American man, right? He said he got locked up in prison for a long time, and they said there was a bunch of like religious like books like in the library. He said he's like, all right, I'm gonna read all the religious books and try to learn about this. He read the Bible, he read the whatever, all those other religious books. But he said the only
Right.
book where he actually felt something, he said it was when he read the Quran. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. So that story clicked with me. Like once I heard this guy said like the elves, they were only reading the Quran. I was like, whoa, like it's something
Kind of clicking, man.
that book might be like the closest one to like the spirit realm, like where they all have
truth, man.
connections.
I think the Holy Bible is a ripoff from it. That's just my conspiracy,
Or it might
man.
be just
I
a
think that
soft version. Because I think,
a soft version.
yeah,
I'm
I
more
think,
akin, like I'm more version for our side of the world, I guess.
right. Because I think all religion, they all have a connection. All of them is all connected somehow. You know,
Yeah, it seems
it
like
has to
I
be.
think they all
Yeah.
got like a prophet. Yeah, they all have like
Yeah.
a prophet. I think, if I'm not mistaken, or
Yeah.
something.
With different names and stuff. But I think all religions is connected somehow. Like, that's why. If that's why I respect all of it. I'm not gonna say nothing about your religion because who the hell am I? I don't know.
It's all a branch off. But I don't know. I do feel like some religions be like just you like the like some religions are good, of course, and I feel like it's very positive because we all need an anchor to hold ourselves down to the real world. And there's some where I feel like they kind of just run with it and want to make it to like a money making pyramid scheme type of thing or whatever to enrich themselves sometimes. But I feel like sometimes when I see other religions being hyper aggressive towards other religions, I'm like, why are you trying to go against this other religion where we can all kind of coexist? Did you take something from them? Are you trying to cover it up? Like, what's going on? Why are you
Yeah.
hyper aggressive? Because I know, like within our world and with Christianity, they're like hyper aggressive to anything that's like Middle Eastern, Quran, Islam, that type of stuff. It's like, oh, they really go heavy against it. So I don't know. I was like, they kind of had their finger on the pulse first. If we looking at the timeline, who really got this shit going? Because it all happened in the Middle East. Regardless, like you want to, get shit started. It all kind of started
Yeah.
in the Middle
It's
East.
usually the people that mess that shit up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like the telephone game. It gets
It's
fucking
the one
ruined.
big telephone game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when like the boy, right, where he kept on rejecting that girl's marriage proposal, then they're like, all right, we're just gonna let you go back home because it doesn't seem like you want to stay here. You seem too uncomfortable. So the woman, right, she told him like, all right, he can go back. Is there's some stuff she said he cannot mention, and I guess it's like when he was interviewed by like the TV company, he didn't tell them like all the details and stuff. But he said, like, on that 7th day, right, after the last marriage rejection, he said a cobra, the snake, fell onto his chest. And then the snake said to him, the snake said, sunlight shines on the eyes following the sunlight. And after the snake said that, he woke up and then boom, like he was found sitting on the trail and on Broga Hill, looking all defeated, with the dingy ass shirt, but he didn't look dehydrated or exhausted or nothing. He just showed up
But
back on
like,
the trail, like how he disappeared.
so he's like well fed. He was
Yeah,
because like, oh dang, because he was there for a little bit too. So he was just in and out.
yeah, yeah. But in reality, he was gone for 7 days. And if anybody were to be missing for 7 days in the jungle, dude, you would be so exhausted, dehydrated, hungry. You would look all torn up, you know.
Man, hell
This
yeah,
kid looked
smelling like
calm and normal. He was like, he looked surprised and shocked, like, oh shit, I'm back, you know? So they rushed him to the hospital and, he was okay. Like, he
that's
was
good.
cool. It's like, they're like, so did you get kidnapped by the elf people? It's like, yeah, I got
Just
kidnapped
like show,
by
they were
4
like show us
females.
on the doll. They were like show us on the doll where the elves touched you. You're getting
Yeah,
snatched up.
they touched me
Show
everywhere.
all four of them.
They said if I married her, they would have made me like, one of their little kings or some shit.
Immortal.
Yeah, this also reminds me of, Ireland, how they have that one story, what they call that? It's where they kidnap a child and they replace it with the elf. Changelings. You ever heard this folklore?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's
I didn't
kind
know
of
that was
similar.
Irish.
Like, they have like a thing with humans for some reason. Like, they want to mate with humans or they want humans to be in their kingdom or their realm.
Yeah.
What's with us that they would want, right? What do you think it is?
Maybe I don't know. Well, elf shit. Based off of elf lore, elves live a long ass time and don't even age anyway. So I was about to say maybe some in our DNA, but if they all perfect human like already, then I don't know. Maybe we funny. Like that human funny. Let me give them.
It
Let
might
me
be
give them
that
some.
simple. Yeah.
Like, you guys are funny. Let break you off a piece. Like, let's
Yeah.
get this, let's mix this DNA up.
Yeah, they need something like not normal, you know, like out of what they know because everything they move so perfect, they talk so perfect, but they don't have nobody that's like that just does what he want to do, you know.
Yeah.
That might be us. Like they're missing that type of that free roam personality.
Yeah, because humans don't give a fuck.
I'll like give him a crackhead.
Right? Charles a crackhead in that
shit's
world.
Gonna be fun in there, you know.
We build a martyr station in that world.
Yeah, that should be super lit. So there's like this, like another story. It's a similar story, but it did happen in Malaysia when they were running like a marathon race, right? And this is like a popular hiking spot. So during this marathon race, one of the person that was running the race completely went missing, dude, while he was during the race.
Shit.
Yeah, so they're like, what the hell? That's fucking weird. You don't run a race and just completely disappeared because, you know, you're one of the people running the race. So they had like a whole search team out for him. They combed the whole area out. They couldn't find him, like, at all. And they're like,
wow.
They even, like, they went on the news. They're saying, like, it's almost impossible not to find a person, like, after a race. And then they combed the whole area. They're like, and then he was found, like, nowhere. And then, because if you did a race, right, you're not doing it for, like, to go missing to make a whole big show, right? Like, you're just trying to get your runs in, right? So they thought that was weird. So
cheat.
Yeah, so they thought it was weird because they're like, they couldn't find him, and rumors started spreading around like, oh, he got kidnapped by the Orang Bunian elf people, which was the first thing that they thought, because when they were trying to search for him, right, they saw like this one spot like in the woods where they saw like eating snails like on the trail. Like all they saw was snail shells. Like somebody was eating snails.
Oh, and just left the shells.
Yeah, all you saw was like the shell. So they're saying like, damn, like maybe he got trapped in like this other realm, and all he's eating is snails now because he can't get back to our realm.
Damn, that's all he got to eat.
Yeah, or they said like, or he probably accepted a marriage with one of the elf people and said he was going to live there forever. Because he's not a kid, he's like an adult.
Oh, this is a grown ass man. That's why I kind of figured it's a grown man. Right?
It's like, all right, it's easier for you to make a decision now because you're grown.
Damn.
A young elf approach you, and you're single, like you have nothing going on, right? Microsoft didn't call back, and I'm like, all right. Elf is like, hey. Elf is like, all right. You want to... You want to get married, live in this civilization? Like a whole new world, brand new for you, you know? Only catch, you got to leave your whole life behind.
Just like, leave your life behind and you get this tall, fine-ass elf lady with tiny feet. Because they don't have big feet, I'm assuming, because you can't even hear them step. So they got like tiny feet. They got
the magic feet.
You don't have no WNBA feet. They got
no LeBron James toes, nope.
None of that, man. So You get it might be a cool time, man. I mean,
be out there,
It'd be any worse than here. Like,
they're like looking all nice, perfect, white robe, everything, like skin flawless.
Like, why do you smell like Febreze all the time? This is incredible.
All the time, you know, like super like, and it's like your idea of what like the perfect girl looks like, and then she looks like that, and then she offered you like, hey, a new life. I think that runner, he was like, fuck this shit. All right, I'm in. He probably like, all right, let's get married.
He's like, fuck a marathon.
I was like, I don't need to finish that race. Like, shit.
About to have a marathon with my elf wife. That's what we about to have a marathon of.
Right. But there's like other stories about this, right? Where so everybody in Malaysia, they know about this story, this folklore. So I think like sometimes that story gets abused. Like, there would be missing people cases, right? Like, missing girls, missing guys. And then the officers, they would come out on air saying, like, oh, it's probably the elf realm. And they got kidnapped in the elf realm. And they use that, like, as an excuse, you know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then people are like, oh, yeah, it's probably one of those. But it's actually a real crime happening.
Yeah, that's kind of messed up, man. What if it's like a serial killer running around that's snatching up people, and they're like,
Hmm.
oh, it was that man, it was them elves again. Now you're
And
like,
then the
oh,
public's like,
okay,
oh yeah, of course. Yeah, so it does
look,
get messy.
look, he's eating snails. Look, he's eating. He's
Yeah.
okay. He's on the other side eating snails. He's
Meanwhile, you got chopped up by like, I don't know, gang members, and it wasn't even no elf. Elf was like, no, don't
man,
put that on us.
got turned into a Malaysian hamburger. Like you
Yeah.
done.
It's only crazy like when the people went missing and then they come back mysteriously.
Yeah, then it looks funky, man. That's when it's
Yeah.
like, okay, this
That's when I
is
was
some
like,
kind of like,
oh. And then he has all these details about what he was doing on the other side. And then the weird detail, like I was telling you earlier, he said like they all read the Quran like every day. I was like, that's not even a normal thing to make up in a story, right? Because that almost seems like the probably like the most normal shit that a society can do or a civilization can do.
yeah,
Where like you wouldn't even put that in your story because it would sound fake if you said that, right?
yeah.
Yeah, because it
But
would
then again,
sound fake.
because he said him and his family did the Quran every day, read the Quran
No,
every day or
like I
something.
don't think they did, but he said like the elf people did.
Oh, the elf people, yeah,
Yeah,
they really study it. I don't know, man.
yeah. I was like, I thought that was crazy. So I was like, that's like a weird
Yeah,
ass
it's a weird
detail.
thing. I
But
don't even
then
know what even Malaysia's like main religion is. I don't even know what they even.
I'm not
I
sure
don't even know what
either.
they even.
But
Hmm.
like some other people were saying, like it could be like a jinn, like
Oh, right,
kind of
right.
like a demon or like a
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know. Middle Eastern folklore is like pretty crazy like that too. Like they have a bunch of jinn stories. Like I saw a
yeah,
video. I don't
Jin,
know
yeah.
like how real this video is, but they dug up like some type of grave out there in the Middle East, and they dug up
Hmm.
like super deep, and they hit like I don't know if it was a tomb or something, right? But as he was
Right.
digging it, the dude he stopped digging, right? And then they're like, hey, what happened? And then the dude they went to go look at his face. His whole face was bleeding. Like he started having like a
Shit.
seizure. I was like, holy shit! I was like, this real or is AI? Like I can't tell. It looked real though.
Right.
But they're saying like they fucking tapped into some type of I don't know some a jinn that was like locked, like a genie or whatever.
Damn. Gots to be more careful. Yeah,
But yeah,
Jins.
like
I've heard of those.
there's a lot of like elf stories like around the world. Like not just in Malaysia. There's elf stories in like Ireland, probably the Philippines. I think Cambodia probably got like an elf story.
Right.
It's like they have their own little realm. Like even in America, we have like our own the missing 411 cases
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
where the
remember those.
people they go onto like trails, popular trails out here in America, and then they go
Oh,
missing.
missing.
Yeah, it's like the same shit. But then like they say they can hear people like on the other side. They're like saying help, but they're stuck somewhere.
Right.
So it has to be like a layer within like this reality where people are getting trapped in like through like a gap within our reality, and it's happening
Yeah,
all over the
man.
world.
Yeah, man. There's a person. I mean, we're not really like friends anymore, but I was friends with this person at one time. I still like follow them on social media and all that, but uh they had like a sibling who went missing, like I think it was like last year. Their
Oh,
sibling went missing. And I think they were like on a hike up in like Canada, I want to say, or something. And their sibling went missing, and it wasn't long after their mother had passed away that the sibling went missing. And so the sibling like went on a hike or whatever because they usually went on hikes by themselves, but they would never been seen again. Like I guess they went up to like Canada, but the surviving family member, which is the person that I know, was trying to get in contact with like Canadian authorities. She was like on like TikTok trying to like get her story out there about her like her brother being missing and all that, and wondered like what happened to him. Like he didn't just disappear. And I guess it kind of like might be it sounds like they might be kind of like writing off as like, hey, he may just run off to the wilderness, committed suicide, and then nobody can't find him. But they can't even find anything like any trace of that either. So it's like this dude just like
mm.
fell off the face of this earth. And I remember like watching her story and reading her post on social media, thinking like that's got to be more horrifying than knowing that they passed away. Because it's like, but your brother out there and you don't know, and they can't find nothing, anything at all. It's almost like he fell into a elf realm or something.
Yeah,
Like
that's
like
crazy.
the case went that cold, and it's become like it's like damn, like, and I can see like over time, like not that so much they give up on like trying to find their sibling or anything, but I've noticed like maybe the posts have gotten like less from that person because maybe it's kind of like damn, like they're not gonna find what happened. It sucks. And I'm like,
Yeah,
man,
that's
just
like worse than not knowing, because you're like, damn.
horrifying.
But then, like, if you're not like out, if you don't think outside the box like that, that's even worse, you know?
Man, yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. I'll sound like a
I mean,
crazy ass parent, like, oh, they're trapped in another dimension. Like, man,
yeah.
shut your ass up. Like, what?
The time to not believe it is when the police are using it as an excuse for every single murder. Like, oh yeah, they fell through Earth realm. When when people in positions of like higher authority start saying that, like using that as like an excuse, then it's like, okay, now there's a real problem because
That's the real
that's always
problem.
that's when it becomes a problem. Like, okay, now y'all using this as an excuse for everything y'all can't solve. When in
Yeah.
reality, like let us normies just have fun with this and
They're like, what
figure this
happened?
out.
Elf realm?
Elf,
Elf realm?
case closed.
Yeah, that shit can only run in countries like that. Like, it would never fly in America.
Hell
You
nah,
cannot
not.
say that. If the officer said that, like, no. What are you talking about?
Yeah, America's more modernized, so our shit's more like sex trafficking or whatever. The fuck.
Hmm.
It's just like more on that level of real world
Malaysia,
shit, I
they're like
guess.
more and like they're all more spiritually connected. That's why like their vibe is different out there.
Yeah, man, they probably happier. Shit, life probably moves at a much slower pace. It don't feel so fast like it does for us.
They're more careful too, like with shit they do, because they know about the whole bad luck stuff, the whole karma, everything. They're like, don't fuck with people, nothing's gonna happen, or shit like that. You know?
I do believe in karma, man. I don't believe in it too much, but karma is one of them things I'm like,
Yeah,
I've seen that shit happen with my own eyes. I'm like,
yeah.
ooh,
When you see it happening, you're like, oh shit,
this
damn,
shit's real,
that shit happened pretty fast.
right?
I was like, call it what you want, you know? But I was like, damn, that shit did came around.
Right, that shit, that the train might be late, but it's always here. Like that shit's always gonna
Sometimes
show
the
up
train never come, and then you always wonder, it's like, damn, these people always just get away with all that shit all the time.
forever. Like they win forever. What the fuck?
And then you find out they were the programmers.
Behind
Like,
the
what the
whole
fuck?
time,
Plot twist.
the whole damn time.
I gotta take a leak real quick. We'll come back. You got a topic?
Yeah, I sure do.
All right, we'll come back. We'll do a next topic. All right, and we are back for the next topic of the night with Chris Unholy Jesus. Jesus.
Choo, choo, choo. You ready, Billy? You ready to hop on this train?
Ready to hop on that train? Let's go.
Next stop, we're going to Epstein Files because this shit has been popping this weekend. We going back to Epstein Town again because, man, the internet lost its damn mind over the Epstein Files this weekend. And then today, the House passed a crazy ass vote for like, I think it was like 427 to like one vote. So
Whoa.
427 members in the House of Representatives said that 427 members voted for going forward with releasing the Epstein files, and one politician said no and releasing the Epstein files today. So hopefully the internet will find out who that one politician is, because every politician right now is saying that we need to release Epstein files because the shit has just dropped this weekend has been insane. So I'm not sure if you do. Have you heard about like what happened this weekend with the whole Bill Clinton and Epstein, not Epstein,
Like
but with Trump story?
vaguely through like memes, but I don't really know what's going on.
Yes. So what's been happening this weekend was just to give you like a better like context of the whole story is that Jeffrey Epstein, which we all know is the financier whose crimes have sparked decades of investigation, died in 2019 while awaiting trial. So recently, like these big ass trove like a trove of his correspondence was released. All these emails, like 20,000 emails, were released like Friday or I think this weekend, of all of like these Epstein emails like he's had with either like with his brother Mark Epstein, who's been like, man, he's been going all off this weekend too. But his brother, like Mark Epstein, and some of the conversations they had through these emails and whatnot. And so the main email that stuck out the most, because like I said, the government just released all these damn like more files. And so when it came out to like the public consumption, like, hey guys, here's some more stuff about the Epstein files. And it kind of like, it was like a scattered mess, man. Like when they first released these files this past weekend, it was a fucking mess. So you had like people out there who had to like scrape up and put everything all together. Like AI probably put everything on, like, organize it, straighten everything out. But once you got all 20,000 of the emails all together, I watched a video on YouTube explain it. They picked out the 20 most incriminating things that came out of the Epstein files this weekend, right? But a huge one, one of the biggest ones is this supposed email that referenced supposedly Bill Clinton. Now it says like in March 2018, email exchange between Epstein's brother Mark Epstein and Jeffrey Epstein, right? This is what the email says. Mark writes to Jeffrey Epstein, ask him if Putin has the photos of Trump blowing Bubba. So
what?
Now,
who's Bubba?
Yes. So back in the 90s when Bill Clinton was president, that was his nickname, was Bubba. That was the nickname that the media used to always call him, like Bubba. Oh yeah, Bubba. Because like sometimes when you become like this famous politician, they always be like, oh yeah, Obeezy, Obama, like trying to get you off of Mirror Eyes, like they all cool and stuff. Yeah. That was like they had to get back in the 90s. That was Bill Clinton's name back in the 90s. It was like Bubba, man. That's actually like his nickname. Even to this day, I think it's like his ongoing nickname that people just always called him Bubba for short. Now, note the phrasing. Trump blowing Bubba. The term Bubba is famously a nickname for Bill Clinton. So naturally, the internet lost its damn mind when they found out, like, what the hell? Because as we all know,
Clinton, that was in the files.
He's somewhat up in these files, more than likely. And Epstein also famously has like this big ass portrait. Well, used to have this portrait. He ain't here no more. But he once had this portrait in his home of Bill Clinton wearing like a dress and sitting on a couch wearing high heels. But it's like Bill Clinton's head. It's weird.
I seen that picture, but Trump has that portrait in his house?
No, sorry. Epstein used to have that.
Epstein.
Epstein used to have it at his mansion, probably up in New York.
Yeah, I remember seeing that photo.
Yeah, man. So it's all, everybody's kind of like, what's this connection with Bill? And then of course you see Bill's flying on Lolita. His name, and like he's always been like, seemed like his name always seemed to pop up in this shit too. Not as much as Trump is starting to look like, but somewhere his name's always popped up in this mess. So so to give more clarification of what this whole shitstorm was this weekend, like immediately people speculated this Bubba is actually Bill Clinton. So a lot of people were asking, like, is this, basically Trump had gave him oral sex? But here's a crazy ass twist about it all. So Mark Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein's brother, he came out and explicitly said that during the message conversation that he was having with his brother, that the reference to the person they was talking about was not Bill Clinton. So this is what Jeffrey Epstein's brother said, like straight out. He's like, it had nothing to do with the discussion we had nothing to do with Bill Clinton, but we were talking about someone named Bubba. But he didn't say that Trump didn't do this to this Bubba person or anything, but some shit went down with him and some guy named Bubba, according to these emails that Epstein and Mark was, Jeffrey and then Mark.
So he sucked somebody's dick.
That's what it's saying, yes. And I'm not saying, and so far, a lot of people just kind of on the internet ran with it, but it sounds very incriminating because then you start finding out more, because we were told before that back in the 2000s, Trump basically had said that, like, not long ago, said that, like, well, he had kicked Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago because once he found out that Epstein was doing all this stuff with these girls on his island, he kicked him out of a party and threw him out on his ass. That was the story that we was told. But now through these files that came out this weekend and more information is coming out, another thing that was released too, that Epstein was actually in the White House back in 2017 at a Thanksgiving dinner with Trump. So it's like, you told us that y'all stopped talking back in 2000. Y'all cool in 2017. This shit ain't added up right. This ain't really.
He was alive 2017, huh?
Yes, he died in 2020. It don't feel like it because it happened right in the beginning of COVID or like right in 2020. So it feels so much longer to me that he passed away, like, but it wasn't that long ago, like 5 years now. So so with that situation going on, the internet, like I said, lost its damn mind, and the internet was trying to figure out like what's going on. Is this really Bill Clinton? And so like but basically what happened with this whole news is like a lot of people like created memes, t-shirts, and social media jokes went crazy with this damn thing with Trump, Clinton, and this whole Bubba thing. Sellers on platforms like Etsy are already cashing in on the moment. So Etsy's even making money off this, making like some, I guess like Trump and Bill Clinton t-shirts. I don't know what the hell's going on. I've seen like AI videos of like, Bill Clinton sitting at a desk and you see like Trump crawling out from under on all fours.
Damn.
It's crazy, man. The internet went wild with this, man. So this is the whole thing though. Like, what do we know? What do we don't know about all this, right? So here's what we need to be careful with when it comes to this whole situation and what we know about it. So the email does exist. That's the one thing that we need, like, that everybody should understand. This email was a legitimate email. The quote, Trump blowing Bubba, is a real thing as well. What we don't know exactly who Bubba is and what the context was. Was he like blowing cocaine with Bubba? Was he blowing Bubba under a desk? So it's like he did something with somebody named Bubba.
He blew something, right?
And look, historically in American culture, if you hang out with somebody named Bubba, they probably kind of on some messy shit.
Yeah,
that's like some Bubba in prison shit. It's always like a name used as like a guy in prison or nobody up to no good. So it's
crazy. That was in an email. It's like what they put all their personal shit in through email.
Man. But look, when you think like when you on a like, and I see like when you're in a position where you're never held accountable for your crimes and actions, you get careless and you start doing shit like this. To where it's like, was your shit even encrypted or what? Like, what's going on? Like, y'all just got kind of like messy and lazy. But I think like once you get too comfortable in a position where you're never held accountable, you do make dumbass mistakes like this though, and especially when it's tied to a crime like. Like, ain't nothing the government can pull out to dig through all your shit, though, especially emails. As much as technology has gotten cool with emails and stuff over the past 25 years or whatnot, I always felt like it just gives more government overreach to just fucking dig into your shit. That's all it is to me.
Ain't
so it's
no
like,
one safe.
Yeah, man. Your shit was probably safer when you was just mailing that shit off as a letter through pigeon. Like, there was nobody intercepting that.
The whole pigeon was whole safer,
Yeah, right. They used to catch pigeons back then, so
now not even like your mind is safe. Like I hear like even people that's using like telepathy and stuff, like that shit can get infiltrated.
Oh yeah,
I heard I heard there's a whole team of people like in the astral realm that's protecting shit.
Trying to detect
I don't know
psychics.
how true that is, but I heard there's like a secret program where they have these people that do astral travel, but they work within the government. And they guard like government locations to where astral travelers like me and you, some random ones, we cannot like go to the White House because that shit is blocked off. Or go to like a secret government base because of course it's blocked off. You're not supposed to see that stuff.
Yeah, if we were to use like remote viewing, we would be blocked from
like it's spiritually blocked. And I heard this from a whole bunch of different people. And I was like, that might be real, man.
That sounds like some cult shit.
'Cause I remember watching like a Korean horror show. I don't know, it's not horror, but they talk about like spiritual people from around the world. They say like governments in high positions, they would hire like spiritual people like that practices magic and stuff to protect their company. And they would fly them out from, I don't know, from Malaysia, from Tibet, or, these high level warlocks or whatever, wizards. They will fly them out into, the government locations and they say, hey, protect this area from spiritual attacks. And they would get paid millions of dollars, dude.
Yes, I can see that, man. Because even though, just because people are, rich and maybe, rich and powerful and all that, there's people, even those positions, even maybe like people that might be like tech oligarchs. Sometimes they be like, hey, like I need you to like sage this place or something like some spirits. Some of them still believe in that old world stuff, man. Even they rich and powerful, like,
dude.
hey,
If you're paying
man,
like,
look,
dude, if you're paying like a monk or like a wizard somewhere, like a magic person, millions of dollars, you know that shit is real.
man, that's like
Like it's
who
not
had
even like it's not superstitious anymore. It's like you know it's real. Like you probably got shown so many examples of this shit happening. That's why like whoever's like in high levels of like in politics or people with a bunch of money, they know how to protect like their own company or their own people. They hire magic people or whatever you call them, spiritual people.
yeah, I know some people like I think like spiritual advisors. I know that's another thing that like politicians and
Yeah.
well, not politicians, but like rich people like Oprah used to have one. Like rich powerful
Yeah,
people would be like,
I'm
yo, I
pretty
want
sure. Yeah.
a spiritual advisor so I can like bring me good vibes or warn me of like dangers up ahead or kind of like give me an advantage of like how to run this company. Some
Yeah.
shit.
Like
I need some foresight.
yeah, they be getting them because money speaks, dude. Like it don't matter how spiritual you are. Like money can still sway you into a position where you didn't want to do in the first place, but for some reason they got you.
Here you are, man. That's what shit. Money ruined church, man.
Money ruined church. Money ruined a lot of shit, dude.
Money destroyed church, man. Anytime you got an ATM built out there, and then you got people like having to like either I pay my tithes or I miss my rent. Yeah, there's a problem. There's a massive problem. Rent should always come first. Fuck that.
Money
I
ruined a
could
lot of shit, dude.
I
That
could
shit will
worship at
take a whole
home.
household down.
Man, yeah, that's why I be kind of sketchy with letting people borrow money. It's kind of, woof, man. It's very touchy, very
Yeah.
touchy. But back to this shit. So all right. So what I was talking about before was that saying that Bubba bad name. Trump had like these emails are like straight up legit, man. These are 100% verified emails that Jeffrey Epstein had with his brother Mark, right? And so, and so with that being said, that yes, while Bill Clinton has documented associations with Epstein, none of this email text clearly implicates him in wrongdoing in regard of this phrase. But since it's the internet and the internet does not care, the internet still ran with it, and they just blew this shit up into a massive thing where Trump was giving Clinton toppy, man. It's crazy. This internet got no chill. But so that's what happened this weekend. That was kind of like the funny, silly stuff or whatever. And so last night, Mark Epstein was actually on this channel called News Nation, and he did an interview with this guy named Chris Cuomo. And so with this interview he did with Chris Cuomo, Mark Epstein said that, and this is what he said that Epstein had said one time. His own brother said this, right? So Mark Epstein said, Jeffrey told me in 2016, this is the year that Trump was running for president. He's like Jeffrey told me in 2016, if I said what I knew about the candidates, they would cancel the entire election. This is something that he heard. This is what Mark Epstein heard Jeffrey Epstein say in 2016, back when Trump was running for office, or I think he's on the verge of probably about to be president. And he's like, man, if the world knew what I knew, what Trump had, they would stop this whole election, because they're starting to find out that, and news is starting to spread more and more, that Jeffrey Epstein might be like the spy for another country. And so him running his sex trafficking thing has actually been like a way to like lure like these rich, elite, powerful men into like compromising positions. Ooh. So when they get in these positions, now you have control over what they do. Now, putting a tinfoil hat on right here.
Like blackmail, right? Through blackmail?
Yes. And I might need to probably close my blinds in my window or something, because there's rumors that he may have ties to like Israel, and he may be an agent. And right now, Trump is doing like a lot of like, hey, like I'm helping you out, Israel. I love you, Israel. But it's like, man, is it because of these Epstein files? Because you seem like a man who's been very compromised. Because even like I said in the email, not even so much he might be compromised with Israel through Epstein. When they talked about Bubba, they asked like, does Putin have the photos? So there's photos out there that do exist. Like they said, not a photo, the photo of Trump blowing Bubba. So And then they said, does Putin have it? So it's like, so does Putin have control of this man too? These are two separate countries that seem to have a lot of pull over a man who may have been really, really messy. And now that he's in a position of power, now they can kind of like pull his strings on what they can and can't do and what laws they want him to pass or what kind of chaos they need him to start because he been messy, and that's what happens, man. When you messy and you get to a spot, people gonna come and got receipts on your ass, and he just seems like he was just a messy ass rich boy that didn't know when to stop being messy, and he hung out with the wrong people. And now Mark Epstein is saying like, actually, I saw something earlier today too that Mark Epstein has said that that what was it? Mark Epstein has said something about Trump again. I forgot. That's what it was. I just heard about this before that we did the podcast today, though, right? So Mark Epstein is like going around telling, like, he's spilling the beans and everything that's going on in his cover up, right, with Trump. He said there's like a facility in Virginia that it deals with documents, right? And right now, because what's happening right now in America, what's about to happen with these documents, he says like there's a facility in Virginia that's going to scrub these documents, and they're trying to erase any kind of like politicians' names off the documents. At least that's what this facility is supposed to be built for. Some kind of like secret facility in Virginia that's supposed to be dealing with these documents, right? And so what happened today is that in the Senate, in the House, they just passed basically they voted on the Epstein files today. And basically what happened is that they're trying to push like forward for like to open up these files to the general public because so it says right here that like the Senate approved a House passed bill that will require the Justice Department to release the files related to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. So this bill, right, that they're trying to pass right now in the government is known as the Epstein Files Transparency Act. That's basically, if you ever hear that name, that's Epstein files that they're trying to release. They just did a House bill today. The House just passed the bill today to go forward to releasing the Epstein files with a 427 to 1 vote. So 427 politicians came together and was like, voted yes to release these damn Epstein files, which now is going to go forward to the Senate. And after the Senate, which is going to get pushed through, is going to go to Trump. Once it gets to Trump either can veto this damn file, the Epstein File Transparency Act. He can either veto it, or he's going to release it. If he vetoes this bill, I think his career is going to be done as a politician because nobody's going to work with him. That means you're really trying to cover it up. So Trump right now is actually trying to get in front of it and say, "Hey, y'all, like." I'm gonna what's going to happen is that because right now he's trying to like say like, you know, if y'all see my name on the Epstein files, it's because Biden put my name on it. That's what he's running with right now, and a lot of people are saying like, well, now that's kind of a weird thing to say all of a sudden, like, oh, because he's kind of like getting in front of it because what I think is going to happen is that he's going to wind up getting the Epstein Files Transparency Act on his desk, and Trump is going to accept it like, you know what, just release the files to the general public. And once the general public sees his name in it, because his name has been mentioned like 1,500 something times in these files, and when he releases it, he's going to say it was all a lie, it's a hoax, it's a lie, it's a hoax. Because if he vetoes the bill and try to keep it from coming out any further, man, that's a horrible look for him. So I think he's gonna just allow it to be released to the public, and because after he gives the okay to release these files, we have to the general public has to wait 30 days, and then it's released, and then the internet sleuths are gonna put it all together, and then we're gonna see how many times and what the fuck they said about Trump in these emails.
It's
been.
You think this is the reason why they're like pushing AI out, as far as like the AI generating a whole bunch of stuff that looks real? Like they're trying to get the public comfortable with a whole bunch of AI footage that looks super real, to where even if it is real, they're probably gonna say it's AI.
Oh yeah, always question it. Yeah, man. Yeah, I think so too.
I think we're at that stage right now. Like even like just not like with Trump, but other people, like high name level people, that's gonna get exposed to where it's gonna look super real, but you know, since we're so used to seeing super real AI generated stuff, we can't tell no more.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be scary, man.
Imagine you see like Trump giving Justin Bieber a blowjob that looks real, but you're like, holy shit, we don't know because AI is so strong, we just don't know. So they'll mix like they'll mix real shit with the fake shit. Like you'll see him do like real shit and fake shit, like so much to where like we don't know which one is the real one, or we don't know which is the fake one.
Yeah, man.
So maybe that whole shit, it was a buildup because they know like the truth was gonna come out sooner or later. So they're like, so to prepare for this whole truth shit coming out, let's release AI to the public like years in advance and show them like, hey, they literally can make up anything and then it'll look real.
Right, man. Right.
I think that's just gonna be like the case now. Even after they release all that shit, you'll be like, we don't know what's real or fake no more. Because I saw like a lot of stuff that looked real, but then like a month later, I was like, oh, it was fake that whole time.
Yeah, the only thing that's kind of keeping this all real right now so far is the fact that there are legit politicians going around like going to war with each other like on social media, especially on X. They're like at each other's throats over there over like how I guess politicians who may have been like pro-Trump at one point are all kind of like, hey man, like we get it, Trump. I'm a politician that doesn't like people of color too, so Trump, you got my vote. But for the most part, it seems like almost every one of them are like drawing a line on like, hey man, like you were kind of like the one that's supposed to be draining the swamp and stopping this, and now it's looking like, because people are starting to find out more too. The reason why the government shutdown just happened that we just recently got out of is because they're trying to slow down the votes for the Epstein files. Because the government can't, like, if the government shut down, they can't do these votes. So this all like, so the government shutdown gave them like what? How long was in it? Like 2 months. Government shutdown. This gave them like 2 months of breathing room to try to think of an excuse. They have no excuse. So now it's like business as usual. Because I think the government started up again last week. As soon as it started back up again, more Epstein files came right out. I was like, damn, like they are kind of like, they are gunning for this man right now. And that's why I'm kind of like, whatever comes out from this shit, it has to be bad. Because when somebody tries this hard for the truth to come out, man, what are y'all hiding? Or were y'all really drinking baby's blood? How deep does this go? Because this must have been something awful, because the other day too, the surviving women who were like victims on Epstein Island, right? They just released this crazy ass ad the other day of them holding pictures of them at the age they were when they were taken by Ghislaine Maxwell to Epstein Island. They were like, I was 16. And you see like another woman like, I was 17. Another one's like, I was like, 15, 14. They're all holding pictures of themselves. And they're like, release the Epstein files. They have a commercial saying like, release the Epstein files.
Damn, who's funding that shit?
Wow, man. Damn. Right? Like, they are gunning for this dude. And it's like, how bad is this?
Anybody could have funded that shit. Yeah. Like, that's, dude, the whole media is all jacked up. Because we don't know if it's real or fake, or somebody's funding it, just to make the other side look bad. It's all messed up now. Like, that whole shit is messed up.
It's all, the traffic is getting jammed up right now.
That's why. Shit. I hear all of this news, all this information, I hear it all through memes. Or I wait for podcast day for Chris to tell me. But yeah, the only memes I've been seeing was like Clinton, like sitting down, I don't know, with his legs crossed. And I'm like, what's happening here? I was like, I don't know what's going on. I was like, did they found something?
Well, it's crazy because like with and this is what, man, shout out to the people on the internet, man, for all its better or worse. Shout out to the internet, because with as far as like mainstream news, like CNN and a couple other like news stations, they kind of been like avoiding the whole talk of this new information that came out. Maybe because they're scared of like lawsuits that might come with it or whatever. But either way, though, the only reason why this news is even coming out is because the people like you and me out there, regular everyday folks who know how to use the internet and know how to use the AI and all this other shit, are following this shit closely too. And they seem like the people want to know more of the truth than some of these politicians. Because the people really been like, there's this guy like that I saw the other day. He was like this massive Trump supporter, but he was like burning all his shit in the backyard, burning all his Trump shit. He's like, yo, I'm fucking throwing his flag away. I'm throwing his hat away.
Too, dude.
Could be, man. It could be.
Like, I watched like this one video where they talk about like how psyops work and stuff. And I was like, this is all going in like the direction. Like, does it qualify as a psyop?
Yeah, what would be
like videos like that? Like, oh, it's like, yeah, I was a Trump supporter. Now he started burning all the stuff. Like, that could be all made up too.
It definitely could.
All of it.
But
like,
it
that whole
definitely
shit
could.
is messed up, dude.
Yeah, but I didn't see it from the fact that, and this is me trying to like, I try to stick to reality as much as I can with this situation because I don't want to be like no fair weather fan on the, I guess on this child trafficking shit because it was awful, man. What happened with these women though, and so and then you start finding out too. There's like thousands of women went to this island. It wasn't just like a few couple. It was like thousands. It was like there's like a whole network, man. They're finding
And
out more
boys
and
too.
more like
Little boys too.
boys. And
Yeah.
everybody was getting like shoveled through there, and I like even it could be a possibility that this is a psyop and is like, but at the same time though, this is one of them situations where for the first time in a very long time, this isn't a topic that kind of like splits people in half. This is kind of like, hey, this shit's wrong. Everybody's sticking it to their guns and I'm like, hey, look, if this sex trafficking is wrong, like it's wrong. Like that's bottom line. So
It's probably the biggest thing.
This is like Jeffrey Epstein is by far the biggest sex trafficker of the 21st century. Bar none. There's nobody closer to him right now. This man ran a whole operation where he had presidents now caught up in this mess, princes from the royal family,
Yeah, world leaders.
princes from Saudi Arabia. Like this man, dude was an intel network straight up, and used like all he did was dangle like underage girls in front of people's faces, underage kids in people's faces, and they fell for the bait. And then he just collected info on them, intel, blackmail. So
Yeah, I was like on Instagram, like late at night one time, I couldn't sleep. And then I happened to scroll on TikTok, or not TikTok, Instagram video where this guy was like, look what's going on. There's like, this is supposed to be like Epstein Island, right? And then it shows like it looks like they were underground somewhere, but it showed like little girls just walking around like normal. Like they're walking around in this location, but they're wearing like a two-top or some shit like that, right? Yeah, they're walking around, they're sitting down, but it looks like a place it looks like they're underground somewhere, but it's like a bunch of kids just walking around.
Right.
I was like, this is weird to be showing me on Instagram because I've never seen anything like that again.
It's like some brainwashed girls. Like they just like zoned
Yeah, or
out.
they just were brought to that location.
Damn.
I thought that was weird.
What? Damn, getting ready to be marketed out or something. Like
I
a
was like,
holding
is
spot.
this AI? So it's just a bunch of kids walking down like a
Man.
cavern somewhere with the dim lights, you know? They look like they're in a cave.
Right. Just get that aesthetic going.
Them island boys, man.
What's up with them dudes? I don't even listen to them or what's going on with
They
them.
got drilled. What was I about
yeah,
to say?
so-
I had like another story. Damn, I forgot.
Yeah, that was it for the Epstein stuff, man. That shit getting crazy. We'll see what happens because it is. These emails coming out have been that was just the funniest of the emails. The Bubba thing that was kind of like the funny one. There was like there's a video from this YouTube channel called Upper Echelon. They have a pretty solid video, like a 30-minute video that covers like the 20 most damning evidence to come out of all the 20,000 emails, like the really big ones. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of that 20,000 emails is a lot of nonsense. Some of the parts of the emails reading, very bad grammar, man. They people do not use like no spell check. They just roll through it and so some of the stuff is like, oh shit, like y'all need to turn on that.
Well,
auto
that's how you
assist.
know it's not AI when the grammar is bad.
Yeah, that grammar is awful, bro. It is awful.
Yeah, that's like a clear sign. Like, oh, this is just a dumbass.
Yeah, it's just like, or sometimes they was like talking like specific codes. I think they had like one called like BF something was like a weird name. Like some people like online was trying to figure out like what it meant, but no nothing. So I don't know, man. Y'all be careful with y'all kids out there. Shit crazy.
Hide your kids.
Hell yeah, man.
Get snatched
Shit.
up, man. Come on.
Man, look. I'd rather go to the Elf place than Epstein Island. So
Dude, I go L Place right now. Don't let me walk up in the woods up in Malaysia and shit.
he's like, let me get my backpack.
What happened to
already.
Billy Waters? Dude, he went backpacking in Malaysia, never came back. He just disappeared.
He walked to some Stargate with some elf baddie. He's never been seen again.
All he said was, check back on episode 243.
That's
Like, holy
it.
shit, he's in elf realm right now.
He's like, Chris will understand. Like, what?
He's
does that
living a
mean?
better life. And meanwhile, like, I'm chained up in another dimension, and they're
Oh
feeding me
my God.
snails. I don't even like snails.
Oh man, they
Like,
give you
oh
shells
no.
too.
I thought Billy Waters was living the good life with the elf people.
You're like, oh no, escargot. I think
It's
that's
like, no,
snail.
they hate our people. All right, that's it, huh? Like, we're good on time.
That's it.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. We'll catch you guys next week on Tuesday. Peace out. Adios.
See ya.